All right, it is noon, 10:29. Call this meeting to order. Commissioner Holbrook, you please open us with prayer.
Sir. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we're honored to gather here today and represent and serve this beautiful county and this beautiful community. We thank you for your love, your mercy, and your forgiveness. We ask for your guidance and wisdom and discernment. And we just thank you and ask for your steadhand protection on our people who call Boyd County home. Watch over this country, shield us from any unnecessary division, and unite us to become that one nation under you that you intended us to become. We ask these things knowing that you are able, that you are good, and that you are God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Stand, gentlemen, please uncover and salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, will you please call roll?
Judge Cheney.
Here.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Here.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Here.
Commissioner Stapleton.
Here.
All right. Get approval of minutes for September's meeting. Get a motion in a second.
So moved, Judge.
There's Dave.
Second.
Any discussion? There it is.
Already.
Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, move to the finance section, approval of submitted bills and transfers. Get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, we'll move to, or next on the finance section is amendment to the 23 property tax settlement.
Yeah, she's hot.
I had an amendment to the 2023 property tax to include the bank franchises in the amount of $239,378.57.
Get a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
And I also have my 2023 franchise tax settlement that I need approval.
Let's approve this and then we'll approve to that. We'll move to that and get a motion in a second. Any further discussion on the first one? Clerk, please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. And next for the franchise, get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Do you have an amount on that franchise?
$4,509,516.82.
Thank you.
Clerk, please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Thank you very much. Next, we'll move to the, it was just funny.
I thought it was too, but nobody else said
Well, it caught me off guard. Next, move to general section, second reading of medical cannabis ordinance. This is an ordinance permitting the sale of medical cannabis and the operation of medical cannabis business within the county of Boyd pursuant to the authority granted in KRS 218B.090 and 218B.130 and other related matters. This is a second reading. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Any discussion?
My bad. I got it.
You're fired.
I'm fired.
You're fired.
Sorry.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes.
I didn't know my volume was up.
That's a computer.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't know we had such things.
No kidding.
Stuff like
All right, next on the agenda is library appointments. As the term of Tim Burton will expire on September 1st. Name submitted. Ryan Ramsey, get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, you please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, we have resignation of Heather Moore from Boyd County Library Board of Trustees. Following names: Carrie Cullip. Get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next on the agenda is real property acquisition. You'll remember it was either,
2 months ago.
last court meeting or a court meeting before that. Went into executive session to discuss the purchase of real property. We've spent this time negotiating, working a deal. We'll be purchasing 52.6 acres of land from Revolutionary Racing for $1.6 million. This will be located this property is located up beside the racetrack, directly beside the racetrack. It's good flat ground. Got a few projects that we're working on that we'll dive into within the coming months. Get a motion and a second?
So moved.
You have that in the resolution as well.
Yes. Do I need to read the resolution? Do we need to do both?
Just, you read the resolution.
Okay, resolution of the fiscal court of the county of Boyd, Kentucky, authorizing Boyd County Judge Executive to execute agreement with Revolutionary Racing Kentucky LLC for the purchase of real estate. And this is again $1.6 million, 52.6 acres.
Already said. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Do you have copies of that, or do you need these? Okay, so you're good there. Next is real property acquisition. This acquisition will be for it's property that's owned by SD4 currently, where the old college was on Roberts Drive. I think there's 17 acres there. And what we're going to vote on today will be purchase the property for their purchase price. That SD4 bought it for $500,000. We'll be purchasing it for the same amount of money from SD4. And of course, all that will be on the approval of the county attorney reviewing the sale and all that stuff. So get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Flying through here. Next on the agenda is professional services agreement with Sports Facility Company. This is a agreement for consultation with Sports Facilities Management, which we have been all the way from Florida to northern Ohio looking at sports complex facilities. Some rather impressive ones. We have a path forward to make this a reality. We're still finalizing some details. This firm, Sports Facilities Management, is, from what we've found, to be the best in the nation at what they do. They operate some of, if not the largest sports complexes in the nation. We have a real opportunity here. Feasibility studies show, multiple feasibility studies show that we have a real opportunity here. We're in a great area for this. We've been developing plans for sports complex for years, as everybody knows. This is very close to reality to make the final announcement, and Sports Facilities Management will help consult with us to design and place the best possible sports complex convention center that we can design. They're going to help us from the ground up. We want to get them involved early. Instead of designing this ourselves and taking it to them and making it work, we want it to be right from go. So that's what this is, and this contract is for $20,000 a month. And this will get us through design all the way through construction up until opening day. So there'll be more to come on this. We are looking at a 167,000 square foot facility. State-of-the-art facility. There'll be a lot more to come very soon on that. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Talk about a teaser, right? Just
Second.
Any discussion on this?
I'll just say I was very impressed. And we interviewed, and I'd like to thank Hunter Boyd, our ED, interviewed 4 companies about this and strenuous interview process. And we do feel with this company who oversees 67 sports facilities across the country with excellence, that this was the best choice. We didn't feel like we had the margin to miss on the management side of it. And so they're going to help us consult when we do go to the blueprints, to where we want to be most efficient as we can. We don't want to have empty spaces. We don't want to be not utilized. And so sports facilities companies knows what they're doing, and they're going to have a hand in every detail, from what the surfaces of the flooring can be to what every nook and cranny, every door, what side the seats need to be on. It's not going to be on our shoulders. It's good to have people that know what they're doing involved in this process. So couldn't be more happy with this.
Yeah, I really want to dive into it, but we'll do that another day. But we're almost there. We'll have an official announcement with details, pictures, design, all that stuff coming up very soon. So just know we've been working on this for a long time. We're ready to rock and roll. We've done a lot of groundwork over the past 6-7 months, year actually, and this will become a reality. So, all right, no further discussion. Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next on the agenda is appointment, Boyd County Extension District Board members. 2 members, Paul Caesar and Stephanie Young. Can you get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next, we have updates from ER Assist. You're the man with the plan today, ain't you?
I'm Brandon Betzworth. Laurel couldn't make it, but she should be back for the next court meeting. I just got a couple updates for you. The Upper Chadwick NRCS project should be starting up the first week in November. That's a $150,000 gabion basket project. And then the Big Run Bridge and Horn Street Bridge projects, we're working with the engineering and stream specialist to finalize the scope of work on that. And that's in the final stages, and that should go out for bid in January.
Okay.
And we wanted to look to get a new task order for $100,000 to look at all the county bridges with the stream specialist. And we wanted to see if there's anything we can do as far as mitigation or improvements to these. This should be partially reimbursable, we think, via mitigation grants, but we won't know how much until after the inspections and we know the scope of work.
Can Laurel send us something over? Does she have any like documentation on it? I just need to know exactly what we're looking at.
We'll just look at every bridge in the county. That's a county bridge.
Seeing if we got washouts or anything like
Anything for mitigation or something we can improve on them.
that. Okay.
There's money out there. There's a lot more funding than we realize, but we gotta have the proof that the damage is there, even on our small bridges.
Right. So who does those assessments?
They've actually got an engineer that deals with nothing but bridges that we've already used anyway. He'll be coming in doing it. Now, the state will continue to do the large span bridges. Anything over 20 foot, the state will do. But all of our smaller bridges don't get inspected.
So we could pay for this up front out of the FEMA reimbursement fund projects, essentially, right?
What about oversized culverts that probably need bridges?
That's a big question.
Probably part of this $100,000 plan. I would say.
hope so.
I'll inspect it.
I'm just saying, he's saying bridges, he didn't say anything about big culverts.
No, right, but I'd say that may be in there. I don't know.
Is that a culvert or a bridge on that little road going up to Graydon Heights off Shopes Creek, where they got the cones?
That's the
Bayless
one I
Hills,
counted, that's the one, that's actually Keyser Creek.
Is that a bridge on Bayless Hill?
It's a
Yeah.
box culvert
Culvert.
is what it is, and it needs help.
It needs help bad.
Creek and Bayless Hill, yeah.
Yep, it needs help.
I mean, that's one.
Yeah.
That's one out of.
I think we have money for this, but set aside anyway in FEMA. So, I mean, I don't have any problem with it. I think it's something we should do. And we might as well identify the issues that we have, you know. I mean, we need to
It
get
needs
out
a
there and
road
really take a
straighten.
look at
It needs
it.
a lot, is what it needs. It needs a lot.
Well, let's put some money behind it and do it. I mean, if money's out there to get reimbursed. And this, to me, I don't consider this to be a,
Budgetary item.
yeah. So what I mean by that is, I know it may seem like we're just throwing $100,000 at something, but I'm looking at a totally different pot of money here. I'm looking at the reimbursement projects over the past, 4 or 5, 6 years, the money brought in, reimbursement of money that we had already spent, for man hours and all that. I see that as a separate pot of money anyway. It's a
I'm
good
not sure
investment.
It
I
don't
don't.
need to be a bridge. It needs to
Right.
be a bridge. It's a
Maybe we do
culvert,
need
but
to
it needs to be
identify
a
'em.
bridge.
That's part of the process, is identifying and making it happen.
Well, because it's like Big Run Bridge, it's all bad. I mean, it's washed plumb out, and it has been. It's just getting worse. So we identified that one probably, 5, 6 years too late? Somewhere in there. I mean, I'm good with this if you all are okay with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of a no-brainer.
Yep,
Get a motion in a second.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to do the two things before we do executive?
Well, yeah, because I kind of forgot about that one.
Oh, yep. My bad.
But I can't remember.
I do. Who's replacing?
Yeah. You just told me you remembered.
I did. It just left me.
Should have saved it on a computer.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to, while Dave's trying to remember, let's go ahead and move on to, let's skip executive session. We'll come back to that. Let's go to transparency and do a community development update.
Hello. All right. So the first thing is an update from our hayride. A huge thank you to our sponsors and our volunteers. We had 40 plus volunteers there, and a shout out to our sponsors: Boyd County Fiscal Court, Community Development, Marathon, King's Daughters, Kentucky Power, Texas Roadhouse, Davis Equipment, Pappy's Cooking, Dutch Fryers, Bridgeport, 84 Lumber, Johnny on the Spot, Campbell's Locksmith, River Valley Church, Rumpke, Necco, and Graphic Solutions. So huge thank you to them, because it takes a lot of money and a lot of people to do these things. So thank you to our sponsors, everybody that showed up, as well our volunteers. It was a huge success. We donated 1,800 pounds of canned food to River City's Harvest. We donated 1,200 last year, so a 600-pound increase from last year. So we were really excited about that. We served over 800 meals to our community, and I don't even know how many things of cotton candy Missy did, and Patty and everybody. It was so much fun. We had hot dogs, nachos, cotton candy, popcorn. There were balloon animals, face painting. It was a lot of fun. And I think everybody enjoyed themselves, so that was good. We have Haunt Your House going on with Visit AKY right now. They're doing a fundraiser for ARF. So if you need something to do that's Halloweeny, you can go check out the houses. It's similar to the Christmas trail that Andrew with Boyd County Tourism does. Businesses and homes decorate their house for Halloween. So you have a few days left to check that out. And I think that is all that I have for now. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Great job, Casey.
Yeah, hayride was, everything turned out fantastic.
Absolutely.
We'll also have animal shelter update.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out his first name.
You good with that? I don't remember one.
I'll start off by saying thank you to Casey for inviting the shelter to that hayride event. That was awesome. We had a couple of adoptions that day, and we got some new fosters out of it, so it was a big success for us that day as well. The last time I was here was on the 23rd of July, so your first column there has been since that last report. The second column there is since February the 6th when we opened the new building. Our intake since July has been 84, total 218 since February. Our adoptions since last time was 40. Overall, since we moved in, 102. We transferred out to other rescues. This period, 25, overall 66. We only had 2 reclaimed that were brought in, 15 total. We did lose 2 animals this period. One was hit by a car, and despite Dr. Ratliff's best efforts, it did not make it. And another animal was brought in ill, and you'll see at the bottom we did quarantine for 30 days for that one. Still not sure really what happened there. No other animals became ill. Nothing, thank goodness, came from it. But that did hurt our numbers just a little bit because we were close to the public. We still tried to do some approvals and get some adoptions ready. People picked up after the quarantine, and the county here helped us put in a couple of emergency kennels out back so we could continue to have emergency spots for animal control during that time. But currently in our care, we have 51 animals. There's 33 at the shelter and 18 in foster care. Any questions on those?
Everything going good? I mean, as good as it can be?
As good as it can be is, again, you know, it's a nationwide problem right now.
Yeah.
I probably turn away on average 25 to 30 animals a day, just dogs a day.
Well,
That's not even counting cats.
That's something too, and I think we can definitely have this conversation, because if there's I'd say most probably inquiries or calls that we get right now is about animals. It's about animal control. And also, I understand that you know, people get frustrated and they get upset that, you know, sometimes we're full, we can't take them, we're on a quarantine, this, that, and the other. Adoption is huge, but this isn't just I want to reiterate, this is not just a Boyd County problem.
Correct.
This is really a nationwide issue right now, especially statewide. You know, I used to say it all the time that an animal shelter wasn't this magical place where you just go take your animal and everything is all, you know, lollipops and gummy bears, everything's great. It's not. It's just, now y'all do a fantastic job, but it's not the answer for everything. Is not, let's put, you know, 100 cats in a 10 by 10 room and call it good, right? That doesn't work. So we're trying to find ways to expand. Now, it also wouldn't matter if we purchased a building the size of Walmart and turned it into all kennels. It would be full. It's still going to fill up. So please be patient with us. We're doing the absolute best job that we can. The partnership with ARF has been tremendously helpful and beneficial. You're all doing a fantastic job, and we appreciate you truly. We truly appreciate everything that you do for us. But I just ask for patience on this. This is an issue that we're trying to figure out, and we're not the only community that's being affected by this. So this is it's kind of a tough one here.
The biggest issue, and I mentioned it last time I was here, is people trying to find inexpensive spay and neuter places. That's the biggest problem. And most of the other states, I've been doing some research in states that don't have, or in the past have not had as big a problem with overcrowding. And they have mandatory spay and neuter laws, because that's a state issue. We don't have that here, so we can't help that. But the states that do have it, most of their counties provide some kind of program to help with people getting the low cost. I get tons of calls every day still, and there's really only the one place there in Barbersville that Help for Animals that does a continuous low cost, and it takes quite a while to get in there. Academy does a low cost neuter for cats on the first Tuesday of the month. Other than that, that's all we really have in the area, so that's a big problem. But, yeah, the phone calls, just to give you an example, the Monday we took off for Columbus Day, I came in and my phone tells me how many calls I missed. I literally missed exactly, I took a picture of 100 phone calls. And that's a Monday. That's a typical Monday, and it never stops. And I promise you about 80 of those were trying to give me a dog.
Yeah.
Or more, or a litter.
Has our relationship with Greenwood County improved some? I know you all were trying to help them with their shelter and stuff.
I really can't speak to that. ARF was working on that. I've kind of just separated off and focusing on the shelter portion of it, so I really can't report on how that's going. I did get a call from them to ask about how we
kind of handle our volunteers at our shelter and things like that. So I know they were trying to set some rules and try to come up with a way to work. But other than that, I can't speak to how that's going with them. But I know they're jam-packed like everybody else.
Yep.
And I know they had a quarantine as well during this period for something. I can't remember what theirs was for, but, everybody's been having some issues this summer. But everybody's, like you said, we're doing all we can. Animal control's overrun with calls. They're busy, city and county. Just, tons and tons of calls looking for help. And most people have been very nice about it.
Yeah.
I will say people, I try to always explain this is, beyond our control. We're no kill. They are here until I can find them a home or somewhere else to go to.
But even if it wasn't,
Yeah.
I think that's a misconception too sometimes, that even if it was a kill shelter, it necessarily doesn't mean that the problem's going to be fixed.
No, not with
That's
me
not-
turning away 25 or 30 a
Right.
day. It's not, no.
It's-
No, we don't want to ever do that, and it's not. And we used to have a lot of success sending animals out of state, but now where it's a nationwide problem, that's slowed down. So that's kind of backed us up. I know that's backed ARF up. A lot of people from moving anything. The adoptions are down and rescues down because they're all overloaded.
Yeah.
But we're working as hard as we can at it. We go into events. We had a special last week, a sale. I had some adoptions for that. So we're plugging away at it. Like you said, everybody be patient, and hopefully things will ease up a little soon. But
Well, we appreciate your hard work. Thank you for the update.
okay, thank you.
All right, we're going to go into executive. Can you get a motion in a second? We'll get to that in a minute. Motion in a second to go into executive session to discuss purchase of real property.
So moved.
A lot of real property. A lot of real property purchasing going on. Aaron looks pretty happy over here, pretty excited. All right, we'll be back.
What's the scoop?
We go, that's the day of.
November 12th?
Yeah.
I don't think
All
so.
right. Call the meeting back to order. Get a
That
motion and a
that
second.
evening's when we go down.
Come back into session. Right?
Yes.
Get a motion as well.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Clerk, will you please call. We was all looking at her. And it's all you.
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Action taken in executive session is giving a judge executive the authority to negotiate purchase of real property not to exceed $6 million.
Boyd County.
In Boyd County.
In Boyd County.
We don't want any condos bought in Florida.
I'd like to, no.
Giving the judge executive the authority to negotiate purchase of real property not to exceed $6 million in Boyd County.
There you go. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Okay, we'll do the Canterbury water one.
It's fine.
We'll do that next since it's going to be before the deadline anyway. Next, we'll move to community comment.
Oh.
This is a report on the veteran cemetery. Last week, there was 2 funerals. As of today, I called up there today, right at 22,003 veterans buried. They're averaging 5 a week. So I'm telling y'all when you all donate flags, that's where they're going. Some of them goes there, so. So,
We appreciate you.
hey, no
Truly.
problem. Thanks, sir. I appreciate you all.
Thank you, Mike.
Community comment? Can we buy new chairs over here?
So moved.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Thank you, thank you. New business, commissioners.
Yes, sir. If you go to our website, make sure you guys check out, polls will be open this week, early voting this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, big day coming up Tuesday. Multiple places to go throughout the county. Just get out. We need your vote. It is a freedom. It is a right for all of us. So take advantage of it. Your country's counting on you.
Yeah, if you don't vote, you can't complain, period. So get out and vote. It's an important right we got. All right, anybody else? Randy, you got anything?
Don't have a line.
Commissioner Stapleton? Dave, how about you?
Yep,
I
I
mean-
got something.
What you got?
Casey, this is awesome. This is a handwritten note to 84 Lumber Company thanking us for our contribution on the repair fair. Never get those. Nobody ever says thank you. No, everybody ever says anything about it. And I want you to know that I appreciate that.
Nobody else has a Casey.
That's right.
That's true.
So, everybody else all good? Next meeting will be November the 12th.
Tuesday, November 12th, yeah.
Get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, pretty sure all in favor. Thank you all.